finally back with another video, and I know it's been a while, but I just had a lot of stuff going on. But that's besides the fact. We're gonna talk about that in a different story time. And so I'm just gonna do a remake of my story time on how I got pregnant and how my family found out, because I understood that a lot of people was confused about that story time, and I rewatched it and I can understand why people was confused about it. But yeah, I'm not gonna edit this video. We just gonna hop right into the story time. It's not much for me to say, talk y'all up about, you know. I'm just gonna get right into it. Okay, so this how it happened. Sorry y'all, but my hair look a mess. I'm trying not to take my hair out until next week because I'm going on a trip. But yeah, like I'm saying, I'm getting sidetracked. Okay, so I was messing with this boy. A lot of people know who my baby father is. It's not a secret. So I was messing with him. I was 14 at the time. I think we started messing with each other at like when I was around 13, but it was like an off and on situation. We was like just talking, not talking, not talking type stuff, and it was off and on situation. So then this is around the time we was on, and I was over my best friend's house, and basically we was trying to find stuff to do. It was summertime, yeah, but it was like, it was hot outside, but I think it was like around May or something like that. I don't know. So it's like spring. So we was trying to find stuff to do and get into. And it was my best friend, my little sister, her little sister, and her cousin, and our other friend. So we decided to go to the mall. So we went to the mall, and then when we was leaving the mall, everybody wanted to go different places. So my best friend wanted to go see her little piece, somebody she was talking to. And my little sister and her little sister and her cousin wanted to go to the splash park. And then my other friend was supposed to go with me to go see my piece. But like she decided to go with another friend last minute. So that was already recipe for disaster right there. So she decided to go to hang out with another friend, and we all like planned on meeting back up with each other later on at the splash park. So on my way over there, first of all, because I was supposed to meet him at the station at if you from DC, you know, but I was supposed to meet him at Noma station. So before I get there, I texted him and I told him we not doing nothing. I was a virgin at the time, y'all. So I'm like, we not doing nothing, no sexual activity. I'm just coming over, we're just hanging out. Nothing going on like that. So he meet me, he all, you know, rubbing on me and stuff. And we start walking down the little under the bridge and stuff to go to his house. So we walking to go to his house. And we finally get in his house, and he turned on, I forgot what show it was. I think it was Dennis the Menace or something like that. It was something like that. So we watching the show, and I have on a dress. So I'm sitting on his lap, we watching the show, and he just keep rubbing on me and stuff, y'all. He just keep rubbing on me, and I'm just like, you know, like trying to move his hand and stuff, like maybe one it. So he just keep rubbing on me and stuff. So then it just, you know, I don't know, like it was quick. So, but it was like we didn't really. This is where everybody was confused at. We didn't like. He didn't pop my cherry, y'all. He didn't pop my cherry. It was like I don't know. It was hard for him to get in, and he just kept trying, but it was hurting, and I'm like running, like moving my body, trying to move out the way because it was hurting and stuff. And then he was just like, he just stopped. It was like, you want me to stop? And I'm like, yeah. So then he stopped. And then, who is it? Kaylani. Get your water. Okay, so then he asked me, did I want him to stop? I said, yeah. And then his mother had came in, and his mother had came in the house. I guess she was coming for work or something. I don't know. So, I told him check my bus, and then he's like, "Oh, you want to meet my mother?" And I'm like, "No, no." So, yeah, I get on the bus. I get on the bus, and as I'm sitting on the bus, as I sat down on the bus, I feel something like wet in my bottom. But I'm like I don't know, it's just wet. So I'm just like, okay, I'm just trying to like feel it and stuff. I have on a black dress, so I'm trying to make sure nobody can see it and stuff, cause like there's wet stuff on my butt. So I'm just feeling it and stuff. Kaylani, huh? Hold on. Y'all, she just won't bother me for no reason. Yes? So, I'm just feeling it, trying to see if people could see it and stuff. So, I'm on the bus, just feeling it and stuff. Like, just, so, I finally get to the station, then I go back uptown to meet my friends. So, my friend, the one that was supposed to go with me, I'm like, can you see this wet spot on my butt? And she like, no, not really. Wow, what was y'all doing? So she like trying to see what we was doing and stuff. So I'm like, oh, nothing, girl, nothing happened. Lying. But to me, nothing really did happen because he couldn't get it in. Like, he was like trying y'all, but he couldn't get it in. So, yeah. So, yeah, so we just enjoy ourselves at the splash park, and then we go home. Like, I think nothing of it. So a month go past, and I don't get my period. But to me, that was normal, because when I first ever got my period, I got on birth control. My mother had put me on birth control because she didn't think I could handle a period. So, so once I had got off birth control, my periods was always abnormal. Like, they were never normal. Like, sometimes I would miss a month, sometimes I wouldn't, like stuff like that. So it was normal to me, like, to miss a month. So I never thought nothing of it. So then another month go past, and like my stomach is starting to get big, like not get bigger, but it was like hard, and I still haven't got my period yet. And if you knew me back then, like I was a real bony, petite girl. Like I was underweight. So like you could tell if I'm gaining a little tiny bit of weight, even if it's like a little pudge, you could tell because I was bony. So my friends, cause I used to go hang out this right called Parkview with my friends. So like the people up there, like, oh, she pregnant, just joking, but they jinxed it because it was true. But I knew at that time. So another month go past, like I was saying, and it's like June now. No, it's July now. And me and my friend, the one that was supposed to go with me, and my other friend, it was this other girl, they was over my house. So we had went to McDonald's. It was a McDonald's up the street from my house. So we went to McDonald's. And while we was in McDonald's, there's a Walmart across the street from the McDonald's. So we went to the Walmart, and I got pregnancy test. So I went to the McDonald's and took it, and it was positive. So, but it was like one of the little 80-cent ones. So I didn't believe it. So I threw it in the trash, and I ain't think nothing of it. So then I started researching stuff on Google, and I was just basically doing all these little remedies to try to get rid of it, y'all. Taking cinnamon, all this stuff, buying stuff from the store, doing the stuff that Google was telling me to do. So then I guess it didn't work though, because my physical was July 30th. So July 30th, I'm at my physical appointment, and you know how the doctor, Yes. Kaylani. God, I know it's her, y'all. I know it's her. So, you know how the doctor tell your parents to get out the room so they could talk to you. So they told my parents to get out the room. They told my mother to get out the room. So then they put me to the side and like, are you sexually active? And I'm like, only once. Like, I was virgin. I was my virginity. So they tell me that the pregnancy test came back positive. And they would just ask me, what do I want to do next? All this other stuff. They asked me, was it consensual? All this other stuff, because I was young. So they was like investigating and stuff. So I'm just like, yeah, it was like, I don't know. Like, it wasn't no yes or no kind of thing. It was just like, it happened in a moment type stuff. So then they're like, do you want to tell your parents or do you want us to tell them? And I'm like, no, I will tell them. I will tell them. I got you. Hold on.
Who's your charger?
I'm using it. They keep interrupting me, y'all. And I don't want to edit this video, but they keep interrupting me. But I knew that was Kehlani because the knock was different. It was my cousin. I want to use my charger. But they're not using it right now. They're going to wait. So, like I was saying, so I'm telling them, no, I'll tell my parents, I got you. I'm going to tell her, I got you. So, yeah, so then they're like, okay, they give me a bunch of paperwork. I leave. And they call me the next day. They're like, hey, did you tell your mom yet? And I'm like, no, not yet. I'm like, gonna tell her, I got you, I'm gonna tell her. So then the next day passed and they call again. And hey, did you tell her yet? Because we need to start knowing what the next steps want to be, da da da. And I'm like, no, not yet. Yes. Okay, hold on. So I'm like, no, not yet. I'm gonna tell her later on today. So then the next day come and they call my mother themselves and they tell her, come in the clinic, come into the not the clinic, but I go to Children's Hospital. So they told her to come up to the main hospital because they had to talk to her about something. So me, her, and my little sister go up to the main hospital, but I was already supposed to go to my best friend's house from there. So I packed my bag to go to my best friend's house. And we go up to the main hospital and they tell her in the room. And like, she didn't really react no kind of way. To me, she didn't really do nothing. She was just, you know, listening, taking everything in, I guess. So then my little sister had an appointment across the hall at the little, not the adolescent, but the little kids part. So she had a doctor's appointment. So after my mother was done talking to them, she went to go to my little sister's appointment. So while she in there, I just left to go to my best friend's house because what am I waiting for? You already handled me, so I went to my best friend's house. My job, my best friend, she live in an apartment. The apartment is in the basement. Like, the basement is like the bottom apartments. So the service down there is like really horrible. So I guess people was calling me and stuff, but I wasn't getting the calls because literally, like, that's how bad the service is. Like, you gotta go in the living room to get calls and stuff. So yeah, I wasn't getting calls and stuff. So then my best friend like, your cousins and them keep calling me. And I'm like, calling you for what? What my cousins calling you for? So I finally get my sister. I finally talked to my sister. It's not my. Finally talked to my sister. So my sister like, excuse me. My sister like, my mother went around telling people, y'all, she went calling everybody and their mom. She called my best friend mother. She called everybody. Y'all, I know what she said. She told them that I was pregnant by a 40-year-old man and I ran away with him. Where did you get a 40-year-old man from? And why would you think, like, what? You try to put bad blood on my name? Why would you do that? That's weird. So that's what she was telling everybody. So everybody just think I ran away with this 40-year-old man. I'm pregnant by this 40-year-old man, y'all. what? Seriously? Really? So then my sister come and get me from my best friend's house, and we called the police and everything, tell them that she got me and stuff, and the police come pick me up because I was filed as a missing person. And yeah, that was basically it. I didn't decide I wanted to keep her to like a month after that. And then yeah, but I know everybody will be like, why was you even doing that at 14? Why you didn't use protection at 14? Right? Yeah, I was not educated on this stuff, like, at all. All I knew was people my age was doing it. They were saying it felt good. They were saying we should try it, you know. My friends was doing sexual activity. And so I just got into the peer pressure, you know. I just did it. Like, I never got that talk. I never was educated on that kind of stuff. When I got my period, I used toilet paper that whole day until I told my sister that I had got my period and she gave me pads. Like, I wasn't educated on that kind of stuff at all. So it wasn't something that, you know, I knew about. Like, I knew what sex was. Like, kinda. I knew you could get pregnant from sex, but I never really, like, you know, I don't know, like, I just did it because of the peer pressure. And yeah, now I got my beautiful daughter, and I'm proud I kept her because she changed my life around completely, a whole 360. She revealed to me who my real friends was and who my fake friends was, who was real in my life, who was fake in my life. Taught me how I needed to change myself up to be a better woman in life. So I'm glad I kept her. And yeah, like, nothing really bad came out of it. Yeah, my mama didn't really do nothing but tell everybody that I was messing around with a 40-year-old man, which that's not true. And yeah, so thanks for watching, and I'll be back with another video. My next story time will be why I was gone for so long, because I know it's been like a year or two since I last posted. But I got y'all. I'm gonna let y'all know everything. I'm gonna let y'all know why I was gone. I'm gonna let y'all know, you know, all the tea, all the food, all that. So I'm coming. So like and comment on this video, and I'll be back with another.